I wish I never became a father. It ruined my life. My wife and I used to be so happy. 8 years ago, we were newlyweds, deeply in love and loved traveling and were enjoying life. Then she got pregnant. We were overjoyed. My son was born. Then 2 years later, we had twin boys. It only got worse as time went on. My son has a lot of anger and behavioral issues. This has pretty much only gotten worse as he's gotten older. I've had to work 2 jobs for 3 years now to be able to afford therapy for him. We've had to have him move preschools and schools multiple times. Really, all he's done since he's been born is make my wife and I miserable. Just the other day, I came home after working a total of 15 hours at 2 jobs, and I said, "Hey, son." And do you know what he said to me? "Fuck you, Dad." After I came home for a long day working hard to put food on the table and pay for all of his behavior therapy, on the off chance that he'll become a functioning adult someday. After I circled my block 4 fucking times because I was dreading coming home like every other day. I got up in his face and I said, "You know what? Fuck you too." Then walked off and took a shower and went to bed. The fucked up part is I don't even feel bad. He treats my wife, his brothers, and myself like shit 99% of the time, while we all coddle his meltdowns and try to be loving and supportive of him like the shrinks say. As for the twins, they aren't as hateful or troublesome, but are both on the autism spectrum, so that's definitely made things harder too. As much as I love them, they have some really annoying quirks and other habits, probably from being on the spectrum, I don't know. But it's typical for them to run around playing and screaming while my oldest son has a meltdown. We've never been able to go anywhere and have a good time as a family. One of the kids, usually my oldest, always fucks it up. We're actually banned from our local Olive Garden because I had the bright idea to take us all out to a family dinner last year. Never again. I don't know how my wife does this shit all day while I'm at work. She's a better person than I am, but I think it's starting to hit her. I caught her up one night when I got home late, just sitting in bed crying. Our children, as much as we might love them, are ruining our lives and straining our marriage. We haven't had sex in almost 4 months. This summer has been particularly bad too. Reading this, you're probably thinking I'm a shitty dad, and honestly, you're probably right. Not once have I ever done anything for any of these 3 that's actually helped them. All I know how to do is work myself to death and make money. My own dad left when I was a baby, and my siblings were toddlers and preschoolers. I always hated him for that, but after the last few years especially, I get it. Everything I've ever heard about the man has been bad. He was a shit dad like me, except he decided to walk out. I'm not going to walk out like he did. I could never do that to my wife. But to be honest, I don't hate my own father as much as I used to after the last handful of years.